Can we turn the music up a little bit more?
It sounded so good, Ken. Thank you.
A 1, 2, y'all. Check it.
503 Records, open mic freestyle session. We had Snap Murphy come through.
My name is Snap Murphy. Check me out, snapmurphy.com.
Man, tell us a little bit about how you got started with hip hop.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I'm 40 years old. I'm an OG aging like wine in this, first and foremost. But I started when I was about 7 years old. I had 2 older brothers, single mom, bartender, and I didn't get to grow up watching cartoons and stuff like most kids. I was Yo MTV Raps and BET and watching hip-hop videos of my older brothers. And I just, you know, your brothers, when you have older brothers, they always try to tease you. But when I first started rapping, they were like, that was good. So, like, you want to be cool in front of the people that you love and you look up to. And that's kind of where it all began.
I've been freestyling ever since this high, spitting on this wide. I'm so damn dope when I rip rhymes. People looking at me like, damn, he's stopping this time and bringing it back and live for the moment.
So I really liked Scarface. I loved Bushwick Bill because I was a little kid, and Bushwick Bill, I thought he was a little kid. And, you know, so shout out to the Ghetto Boys, and like watching Mind playing tricks on me. Which is crazy because later on in life, I did a freestyle battle or a rap battle competition in Vegas that I won. But in the championship round, randomly, Bushwick Bill showed up to the venue and got to watch me win that. So like, you never know how you can manifest things in your life, you know? So the very first person I looked up to was also the person I got to win a competition and show my skills in class years later in life, you know? So yeah, I mean, those are some. Wu-Tang, Tupac, you know, Naughty by Nature, Slick Rick, Eric B, Rakim. Just there's so many influences, but you know, those are just to name a few.
He gave his mom advice, but he needed his own. He used to write stories about life to a point where we'd be in a zone. The beat from a song kept him sane from speaking a poem. He never needed a phone. If whoever wanted to talk, he would be at his home, still writing, even when the speakers were blown. He was 7 and felt like his hair was gray. And I will never forget what he used to say. Never look to the future, live for the day.
You know, the biggest thing I could tell any artist is that it's about persistence. When you love this art so much and you feel like this is your life, you do everything you can for it. So the biggest opportunities that have ever happened to me wasn't that they came to me. I went for them. Like, I got to be the first artist in Vegas to ever have a song played at a Golden Knights game, when the, you know, professional hockey. And I reached out to that DJ and promoted my music and said, hey, I think, you know, I would be perfect for this. I didn't get a response. Now, most people would give up. I followed up a month later. I didn't get a response. 3 months later, I followed up, didn't get a response. I did a dope ass video. I sent them the video 6 months later, and he's like, what game do you want me to put you on? At that point, it's persistence. You can never give up, and you got to lose your ego, but you got to have an ego. You got to realize that everybody's in this together. So you can't make it a one-man team. It takes a team to make it in hip hop. And you just got to be able to push for your dreams, and the ones around you that believe in you will be there with you. And you all do it together. Every win for me is a win for someone else, and their wins are mine. We promote each other. You know, we push out there, and that's the key. Persistence is key to everything.
I'm the cancer of life, master of mics, a rapper who writes exactly besides that slashes at night. Face mask, look at my hands and overreaction. I fight, I beat that ass in the light, cause I'm the flaminator gas in the pipe. Assassin who snipes these MCs verbally. So hot, 7 degrees, over 3rd degree, -1, 22 minus 23. Knocking heads off with punchlines while they were in front of me.
So my boy in Vegas, we got Charles King. That's my best friend in life. I'm best man at his wedding coming in October. But that's somebody I grew up with this stuff. We always butt heads too. Like, 2 rappers being close friends is very hard to do. But like at the time, because we just both wanted it, you know, so we're competitive. But at the end of the day, that you know, that sticking together and being real with your communication, it really builds good friendship. So that's the number one. That's my guy. I'm a first and foremost shout out. Harvey Listen. I want to shout out. We got a bunch of Vegas rappers that are super dope. You know, my buddy D's Nuts, hella funny, hella dope. Shout outs to Donnie Menace. Shout outs to Big Scoon. I mean, I can go on and on. A lot of even, you know, close friends of mine that do stuff, but there's just the whole scene in general, Las Vegas hip hop, where I grew up with. Shout outs to them. Those are my people.
Yeah, I have you shaking like tambourines, get you jumping like trampolines. All I need's a bag of green and a magazine. A couple bad chicks with me in a black limousine. That's the team. Like Ricky Vaughn coming out to Wild Thing. Make your heart sing, rocking like I'm y'all mean. Never give up on my dream. That's why I'm making y'all scream.
You know, it kind of all started off like Imagine if you were to be at a party and it's McDonald's, Burger King, Carl's Jr., In-N-Out Burger. You got all these CEOs there and they're all selling the same product. You're not wanting to be friends with nobody. You're not wanting to build with nobody. So what happens is it leaves you one-track minded on your own business. But with music, the difference is that you can't make it on your own. Sometimes you got to have collab in different avenues. So I might run the west side of Vegas while this rapper runs the north side, but like, so let's go ahead and start working and doing shows together. We see we're on the scene a lot, and the more and more that you're on the scene and you start seeing the same people on the scene, there's a respect that goes about those people that you're always seeing in the hip hop community. So you build with those people and you build in each community. Like nobody may not know your music over here on my side, but I'm going to promote that. And then same for you. Nobody knows my music over where you're at, so you promote it. And so you can't have community without unity. That's really what I tell people.
Say it again.
You can't have community without unity. You literally can't say the word without unity in that. And that's something I came up with. This isn't something I look at. That's my philosophy on it all, is that you got to be able to be a part of it. And it goes bigger than hip hop. When I was in Las Vegas, I would teach emotionally challenged kids in school how to freestyle rap. And then I would teach them about how important education is and how important it is to have family, because I went through a lot of loss in my life. So it's about building not just the hip hop community, but building around you. And then you start meeting the people that take it seriously, and you work as a team. You form like Voltron, and then you build for your city, and I did everything I could in my city. And now I came here to Portland to try to build and be a part of a new city, because I always have that locked in. I don't know when this comes out, but literally I'm throwing a show March 29th, and I'm rocking in Vegas on March 29th at Taverna Costera. And I put everybody that I grew up with, throughout this time of hip hop. I'm 40 again on the scene. I was in Vegas. I was 18 years old rocking. So for 22 years, I'm rocking with people I've known 15, 20 years on these shows. So stick to your community and build a team and put your city on the map. Don't put yourself on the map, put your whole city on the map. Everyone shines.
And this is something I've been wanting to do for so damn long, because I don't know anybody here. And I need to let all this shit out. Friends become foes, dead ends become roads. Young men become old, questions become known. Directions become shown and lessons become told. Time runs slow, but so fast. We can't look to the future because it only goes past. Tears become laughs and fears become masks. Stares become laughs, happiness becomes last. Sadness becomes first. Some days I feel like I'm mad at this whole earth. Life becomes death, death becomes birth. Unknown places become search. School becomes work, and work becomes stressful. Poison's in the money, but the money's from the pencil.
All right, last question. What's new? What you got? What? I know you got a mixtape that you're selling in there. What else you got?
Yeah, so if you are in the Oregon area, over here, we at 503 Records, I got Trap Murphy 2 in Beaverton, Oregon. Make sure you come check it out. It's right here. And my man Aaron runs this shop. Support your local record hip hop shop and community. This is a fire album. Every album I do is different. And my next album is Grief. It's basically a collection of songs I've been writing over the last 2 years from losing my mom. My 16-year-old nephew was murdered, and we had to watch him pass away. Lost my grandparents, lost my high school sweetheart. I came here on a limb. And so I worked on this album called Grief to be able to channel those emotions of pain and really create something in hip hop that I feel like is the most important emotion to share with everybody in the community, because we've all lost somebody that we loved. And I want to be able to embrace the pain through this album. And I also want to embrace the hope that you have to hold on to and faith that you got to keep on going, so we can bring everybody up. Whether you listen to hip hop or not, it's about humans. We all need to stick together now more than ever. So I hope that's what this album does for people. So that's coming out. I got a bunch of singles. My newest single is called Bam, super fire, Spotify, Apple Music, everything at snapmurphy.com. So please follow the journey.
Thank you, Mr. Snap Murphy.
Snap Murphy, everything. Snapmurphy.com. You want to email me? Snapmurphy@gmail.
Yeah.
If your girl wants to hit me up, just Google Snap Murphy.
Yeah.
She could take me out for lobster and steak.